All right, class. I'm going to try a little something new where this is a follow-along review. So I'm going to be doing the review on the screen, and you can just kind of listen and follow along as you kind of review, and I'm going to teach as I go. So put your name on it. Do that. I'm writing red. And as we get started here, it says circle the answer to each of the following multiple choice questions. Question 1, what are the slope and y-intercept of the graph of the given equation? So that's the equation it's given us right now. It's in slope-intercept form, so I know what you're thinking. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. The number right in front of the x is the slope. The number off to the right is the y-intercept. As the great Math Lortzen once said, slope is the m, the y-intercept's always b. Anyways, the slope is -4 because it's right in front of the x, so the answer has to be b. That's the only answer that has a slope of -4. Move on to number 2, which is also talking about slope-intercept form, and it gives us an m equals 1, so that means the number in front of the x has to be 1. Well, if you look at our problems, there's none of them that have a 1 in front of the slope, or excuse me, 1 in front of the x. Well, remember though, if there's nothing in front of the x, you can basically assume that there is a 1. Oops. Oh, dang it. Come on! Ooh, I found an eraser. Ah, got it. Alright. I can basically pretend that there's a 1 in front. Okay, so it's narrowed down to B and D because that's the only one that has a 1 in front. And the y-intercept is -4, so I know my answer has to be B. When in doubt, answer is always B, I guess. Number 3, a hiker climbs up a steep bank and rests for a minute. He then walks up a small hill and finally across a flat plateau. What sketch of a graph could represent the elevation of the hiker? Key word here is elevation. So if you think about it, let's walk through the problem. He climbs up a steep bank. So that means his elevation has to go up. Well, looks like that happened for all of them. Then he rests for a minute. If he rests for a minute, that means he's going to stay at the same elevation. So that's going to represent a flat part. Probably not going to be answer B. He then walks up a small hill. Okay, well that could be either one of those because it's walking up a small hill. The elevation went up a little bit. And finally across a flat plateau. So if you think about a flat plateau, his elevation is going to stay the exact same. Answer A has to be correct because on answer C, he keeps going up a little bit. Whereas answer A, he finishes with that flat plateau. And now, page 2.